Good morning. Hi. I was about to do a different thing and then I realized what time it is. It's 11:11. Time to do a quick body check. Plus my butt fell asleep while I was sitting down, so that's usually a good sign that it's time to stand up. I hope you're doing fantastic today. I'm feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Look, my elbow, can you even tell which one it was that ruptured? I can kind of just barely tell. I mean, I can tell on the inside, but it's looking like an elbow. I'm pretty excited because for a little bit I wasn't sure that was going to happen. Just a tiny. I was pretty sure, but you know how that is. Has it ever happened to you where you weren't sure if your elbow was going to still be an elbow? It hadn't happened to me before is why I asked, but that was new. But anyway, it's an elbow. Yay! Yep, I'm still silly. It's still an elbow, and I'm still silly. So the world is right in at least those two ways. As usual, I'm here to check in with my own body. Do a little letting go of stress, a little listening, and I invite you to join me to whatever degree feels good in your body. I hope you will at least change your posture a little bit, shake it up, maybe swing your arms, maybe sway your hips, maybe take a deep breath and let it go, maybe lean off to one side or the other side. Try that, just leaning to the two sides and see how they compare. Definitely I tend to be more stable and steady on one side. How about you? Does it take you a minute or two or three to get your two sides feeling in sync? Do they ever? Do they never? I want to know. It's good to feel good. It's good to feel better, isn't it? Doesn't it? Isn't it? That was the right one. First one was the right one. I'm going to take a breath or so and bring my attention into the bottoms of my feet. And then I'm going to do a slow roll down. Shake out the shoulders a little bit. Shake out the hands a little bit. Make sure to not lock those knees. And then just checking in with the spine. Nice and slow. Ooh, we got a lot of stiffness in there. Saffy Cat is up from her nap. I'm going to come all the way down past the waist to the hips. And just hang here for a breath or so. Letting that go. Getting into some relaxed stretching, passive stretching. That's where you don't use any muscles. You just let gravity do the work. Or someone else for you, if you have that luxury. I'm going to roll on up. Still just checking in with the vertebra, with the spine, with the body. Coming up. Shake that out again. Do a britches check, and then I'm going to do a swan dive down again from the hips, this time with a relatively flat back. Still just checking in with the whole body, making sure not to lock those knees. And trying to remember to breathe. It's usually a good thing. Relaxing in the belly, relaxing in the back, coming all the way down, just hanging here. I come over to the left for a gentle twist to the left. Using hands on feet and over to the right or on the leg, whatever works for you. Gentle twist to the right. And then back to the middle. I'm going to bend my knees, swing the arms back, lifting the chest, pushing those hips forward, just coming into a bit of a counter stretch. They're cleaning the streets out there. It's a cleaning kind of day. That's what I'm feeling too. Letting go of what no longer serves me. With gratitude, I'm going to swing those arms freely a little bit. I'm going to roll on down one more time. Just checking in with that stiffness in the spine. Inviting it to unwind and just listening to the body. Noticing. Hanging here for a breath or so. I'm going to pull up in the pelvic floor, pull back in the abdomen, and give myself a nice hug with a rounded spine. So pulling back this way, up this way, left elbow over right, tucking the chin, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone under, really just enjoying that rounded sensation. You can give a nice squeeze to the shoulders. This little hug, a nice little shoulder rub, and then releasing all that again from the hips. All the way down, just hanging here. I'm going to come up again for another hug, this time right elbow over left. Again, rounding the spine. Tucking the tailbone under, tucking the chin, pulling the shoulder blades apart, pulling back in the abdomen, up in the pelvic floor, squeezing through that pelvis, through the pelvic floor, rounding the spine, really pulling those shoulders, just enjoying that rounded sensation. And then releasing all of that again. A nice deep sigh from the hips. Shake out the neck, shake out the shoulders a little bit. I'm going to bend the knees and roll the arms back again, just lifting the chest, lifting the eyes. Pushing those hips forward. Just getting a nice counter stretch. Relaxing into that a little bit. Let's come back to neutral and shake all that out. Shake it to the left and shake it to the right. Do a little shaking of the legs for good measure. Shake the tongue even. Just letting go of stress. Just let it all go. I like to envision sometimes a pine cone, all the prickliness of a pine cone. Gathering all of that up, maybe mentally feeling it, feeling all the prickliness of it, and then just letting it go, dropping that pine cone into a ditch and letting it float away. There's a longer version of that visualization, which is walking along a nice little stream. I like the one in Jemez in my mind. Whatever stream works for you. Walking along a riverbank, a nice moderate path. Maybe it's been walked on by some other animals, human or non-human. Walking through the forest, through the trees, maybe slightly uphill incline, enjoying the breeze and the birds, the grasses. Maybe there's some raspberries over there. And then a bridge over that stream or ditch or whatever you're envisioning. For me, it's a very clearly the stream up in Jemez, and deciding to walk over that bridge. Before I do, I pick up a pine cone underneath one of those big ponderosa pine trees, and as I'm walking onto that bridge, I'm feeling that pine cone, all its prickliness. Maybe smell it. It smells quite delicious and vanilla-ish. Just appreciating its qualities, prickliness, its shape as I walk across that bridge, and then pausing about halfway across the bridge to gaze down at the water, watching that current going by, just enjoying, thinking about the snow melting up on top of that mountain, trickling down, gathering, 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 till it flows down a crevasse, down that mountain into a stream. And the humans that came together and built a bridge over that stream, just appreciating all of that and appreciating this pine cone in my hands. The smells, the sounds, the feeling of the air on my skin. And then imagining all my worries, all my cares, all my projections into the future and the baggage that I've carried from the past, and just trusting those into this pine cone, mentally using this pine cone as a container to place all of those worries and cares and memories and baggages and stresses, things that are weighing me down and cluttering up the flow of my well-being into this pine cone, feeling all its prickliness, appreciating it, appreciating all those worries and cares and memories and all that they've done for me and brought me. And with a deep breath and a sigh, just releasing those. Dropping that pine cone into that current and watching it slowly drift away down the stream. Still just appreciating everything that I sense, everything that I've been, everywhere that I've been, all the paths before me, all the unknown potentials of this great mysterious life unfolding. Gathering my own energy back into my center, appreciating my body and its ability to navigate up and down mountains, across bridges, through streams, and continuing my way across that bridge, finding the path on the other side of that stream. Thank you for the love. Thank you for joining me on that little journey. I hope you're remembering to take a really good care of yourself, because you are worth it. We're all in this together, so you take good care of yourself, and I take better care of myself, and we all do the best we can from where we are. With what we got, I think it's going to be all right. Good to see you. Good to be seen. Allison, love to you. Thanks for stopping by. Ciao for now. Peace.